Hey everyone, Zaid here. I hope all of you are doing great, feeling peaceful, and surrounded by good energy today. Today, we step into the sands of time to uncover one of the oldest, most mysterious creations in human history, the Great Sphinx of Giza. It stands silently on the Giza Plateau, beside the mighty pyramids, as if guarding them for eternity. But what exactly is the Sphinx? Why was it built? And what hidden truths lie beneath its ancient stone face? The Sphinx, in simple words, is a colossal limestone statue with the body of a lion and the head of a human. It stretches about 73 meters in length and rises 20 meters tall, the height of a 6-story building. Archaeologists believe it was carved around 2500 BCE during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre, the same ruler who built the second pyramid of Giza. Yet, some evidence suggests it might be even older, carved long before Khafre's time by an earlier civilization that vanished in the desert winds. Its face, eroded yet powerful, is thought to represent Khafre himself, a symbol of royal strength and divine protection. The lion's body shows courage and might, while the human head shows wisdom. Together, they formed a sacred guardian, watching the horizon where the sun rises, a link between the world of men and the gods of the afterlife. For centuries, the Sphinx lay buried beneath sand, its true form hidden until modern times. When explorers in the 19th century cleared away the dunes, they discovered that the monument's body had been deeply scarred by time, wind, and floods. But even after thousands of years, its gaze remained unbroken, as if still protecting the pyramids and their royal souls. Before we move to our today, I want to say that this channel is user-friendly, no offensive content, no misinformation. We explain things with respect, curiosity, and authenticity. Many legends surround the Sphinx. Ancient Egyptians called it Horemachet, meaning Horus in the horizon. To them, it was not just stone, but a living symbol of divine guardianship. Some old papyrus scrolls speak of hidden chambers beneath its paws, holding records of forgotten ages. Though none have been found yet, scientists continue to explore with ground-penetrating radar, trying to unveil what might still sleep under the desert floor. And so, our story of the Sphinx begins here, with mystery, art, and ancient devotion carved into rock.
When we look at the Sphinx today, we see only its silence. But behind that silence lies a story of creation, erosion, and discovery that rewrote human history. In the early 20th century, archaeologists believed the Sphinx was simply a monument of Pharaoh Khafre, a symbol of royal power. But as studies deepened, scientists began noticing something strange about its surface. The patterns of erosion didn't match the desert wind. They looked like marks made by heavy rainfall, something Giza hadn't seen for thousands of years before Khafre's time. This led to a new theory, that the Sphinx could be much older than the pyramids themselves. Geologist Robert Schoch from Boston University suggested in the 1990s that water erosion on the Sphinx could mean it was built around 7,000 or even 9,000 BCE, when Egypt was still a green, fertile land. If true, it would mean the Sphinx was carved by a civilization lost to history, one that existed long before. The pharaohs ruled the Nile. This idea challenged everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt. It suggested that human civilization was advanced much earlier than modern textbooks once claimed. Still, not all experts agree. Many Egyptologists argue that the erosion patterns could also be due to wind, floods, and centuries of restoration work. The truth remains debated, but it opened a doorway to new ways of seeing the past. Beneath the Sphinx, scientists discovered several cavities, hollow spaces detected through seismic and radar scans. One particular void lies directly under its paws. Some researchers believe it might be a natural chamber. Others think it could be man-made, possibly a sealed archive or tomb. However, the Egyptian authorities have limited deep excavation near the monument to protect its structure. So the mystery remains. Is something hidden below? Or are we chasing an ancient myth? What makes the Sphinx so fascinating is that even with modern science, it still keeps secrets. No inscription tells who built it. No ancient record mentions its construction. It stands as if it appeared by miracle, guarding the desert's memory. Legends from ancient times say the Sphinx speaks only to those who understand the language of eternity, the language of stone, silence, and time. And perhaps that's what keeps us returning, generation after generation, to study, to question, and to imagine what truth lies beneath its timeless eyes.
As centuries passed, the Sphinx witnessed empires rise and fall, its body buried again and again by drifting sands. For a long time, only its head remained visible, like a silent island in a sea of desert. During the reign of Pharaoh Thutmose IV, around 1400 BC, a remarkable event took place. Historical records say that the young Prince Thutmose fell asleep beside the half-buried Sphinx. In his dream, the Sphinx spoke to him, promising him the throne of Egypt if he would clear away the sands and restore its body. When Thutmose became pharaoh, he fulfilled the promise and placed a carved stone tablet between the Sphinx's paws, known today as the dream stele. That stele still stands there, telling the story of a royal dream that turned into destiny. This tale became one of the earliest examples of how Egyptians connected the divine world with their rulers. To them, the Sphinx was not merely stone, it was alive with spirit, a voice of the gods themselves. Centuries later, the sands returned, burying it almost completely once more. It wasn't until the 1800s that modern excavations finally freed the Sphinx again. Archaeologists, engineers, and artists worked for decades to restore what time had damaged. During these restorations, workers found ancient repair blocks dating back to different dynasties, proving that even in ancient times, Egyptians tried to save the monument from erosion and collapse. Some parts we see today, especially near the paws and lower body, are carefully rebuilt portions, added by restorers over many centuries. Modern technology has revealed that the Sphinx was once painted in bright colors. Its face might have been red, its headdress blue and yellow, a far cry from the pale limestone we see today. Imagine it gleaming under the Egyptian sun, with painted eyes staring toward the rising dawn. The nose, famously missing, has its own mystery. Many stories claim it was destroyed by Napoleon's cannons, but sketches made long before his arrival show the nose was already gone. Historians now believe it was likely broken by religious iconoclasts hundreds of years earlier, who viewed the ancient statue as a symbol of pagan belief. Every detail, every crack, every stone tells a fragment of a story that no single civilization fully owns. The Sphinx has been Egyptian, Greek, Roman, and global, a timeless guardian shared by all humanity. And as we continue to restore and study it, we also restore our own connection to the people who shaped it, people who believed that stone could hold the soul of eternity. Even today, the Great Sphinx of Giza continues to challenge our understanding of ancient engineering and spiritual belief. In recent years, new technologies like 3D laser scanning, infrared thermography, and ground-penetrating radar have given scientists a clearer look at the statue's hidden layers. Researchers from Cairo University and the Ministry of Antiquities found temperature differences along the limestone blocks. These variations may indicate voids or cavities inside the structure, possibly small chambers used for maintenance or places where offerings were once stored. In 2017, the Scan Pyramids project used non-invasive muon imaging to map the Sphinx's inner density. Their findings confirmed that the statue's body is made from single massive layers of bedrock, carved directly out of the plateau itself, a remarkable feat of precision for builders of that era. What fascinates researchers most is the alignment of the Sphinx. It faces directly east, toward the sunrise on the spring equinox. This alignment isn't random. It represents rebirth, renewal, and the cycle of life after death. In ancient Egyptian belief, the rising sun was the god Ra, and the Sphinx was his living symbol on earth. The deeper meaning of the Sphinx wasn't just protection of tombs, it was the eternal watcher of time. Every dawn, the first rays of sunlight touch its face, as if awakening the guardian to another day of eternity. Recent archaeological surveys around the Giza Plateau also uncovered small temples and workshops where the builders once lived. These findings show that the workers were not slaves, but skilled laborers, artists, engineers, and stonecutters, who dedicated years of their lives to creating the monument. This discovery changed the narrative of how we view ancient Egypt. It proved that behind every wonder of the world was a community of passionate human beings, not just commands from kings. The Great Sphinx stands today not only as a monument of mystery, but also as a reminder of human imagination, belief, and devotion across ages. All the information we provide comes from verified historical sources, including books, records, and archaeology. Sources used: The Oxford History of Ancient Egypt by Ian Shaw, Oxford University Press, 2020 edition. The Secrets of the Great Sphinx by Zahi Hawass, American University in Cairo Press, 2018. Journal of Archaeological Science, Reports, Volume 33, 2021. Scan Pyramids Project, Ministry of Antiquities of Egypt, Official Research Data 2017-2024. So, as we stand before this timeless guardian, we realize that the Sphinx is more than a statue. It's a question carved in stone, asking us who we are, where we came from, and how far our curiosity can go. If you enjoyed this journey through the secrets of the Sphinx of Giza, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Thrones of Knowledge